It's the prequel mashup we've all been waiting for. It's Home Alone meets Lord of the Rings. Every story must have a beginning. Let's see some blood. We open the movie with the movie title. Bit fucking budget. And we start the movie with little Frodo playing kids soccer. And Daddy turns up with some bad news. Well, by the look of his face. So they head to the hospital and they walk through the dying unit. Great place for a kid. And they visit sick mother.
You're not gonna die because I won't let you.
And she died. And Frodo's promise didn't come true. So at the wake, Frodo's dad rings his brother and he tells him, I'm dumping my kid at your house for 2 weeks. I've got to go to Tokyo to close a fucking deal. No time to grieve. Just fucks on back to work and dumps the kid. Getting some of those Tokyo beauties. So we get to Auntie and Uncle's house and we meet our cousin Kevin, Home Alone Kevin, for the very first time. Doesn't seem mental at all.
Here, made 2 of them, so we could be brothers.
Great, a pair of future murderers. And then we get this long, awkward, silent stare down. But we move on to dinner time, and cousin Home Alone Kevin, he's a real fucking prick of a kid.
Yeah, so did we.
That's right.
You'd fucking belt the cunt, wouldn't you? But Frodo takes no shit.
It's, where your father...
And Home Alone Kevin gets off on it. And it's the next morning and the kids go off to play. Now Kevin shows Frodo this big ass fucking high as fuck cubby house and he invites him on up. But it's not the safest building structure around. But Kevin saves his cousin.
If I let you go, you think you could fly?
What type of question is that? You're fucking messed in the head, kid. But he pulls him up and they lay around tickling each other. Get these kids some fucking meds. So they fuck off and head to an old warehouse. And being the little shits that they are, and they go to town on these windows, not giving a fuck. Gotta say, it looks like fun, but the owners ain't too impressed.
What the hell's going on here, goddammit?
So they fuck off to Home Alone Kevin's hangout spot, where he hides his smokes. Isn't he like 10 in this movie? And he looked like he really actually took a fucking drag of that smoke. No wonder this kid is fucked up. But Kevin presses Frodo about his dead mum, and it seems like he really likes talking about death.
I took a real good look when my kid brother Richard drowned in the bathtub.
Sounds fucking dodgy.
Your brother drowned? He was completely blue.
But he keeps pressing Frodo about his dead mum. And Frodo tells him basically to shut the fuck up or I'm gonna punch you in the fucking mouth. But Kevin loves it and says, just try it.
I'll throw you down there.
They apologise to each other and we move on to the next day. And the boys are off, having fun again. That doesn't look fun, that just looks twisted, Home Alone cunt. But they make their way to Kevin's secret shed and they play with some homemade weapons. Kid animal killers usually turn into human killers.
What a great shot!
Frodo, don't follow his influence.
Yeah, but the sight's not right yet.
See, he wants to bloody kill it. He's always been good at making these Home Alone weapons and traps. That bloody Kevin. We move on to the night. And Frodo's had some night terrors about his dead mum, but it's okay because Auntie is there to comfort him. But Kevin sits up on his trademark Home Alone staircase, watching in jealousy. Then we move on to the next day and those kids go run off to go play with that homemade gun again.
Oh my god.
What a piece of fucking work. And then the kids go dump the body like future murderers. They go dump it in the well. Now the next day Kevin, he's made this human-like sized doll called Mr. Highway. And the boys take a little trip down to the local highway overpass.
He's thinking about the end. He's had enough of this terrible life. What?
And it's his choice if he doesn't want to live this life anymore. And Mr. Highway jumps.
Say goodbye. No!
And the traffic is fucked. And Kevin is loving it. And it's absolute carnage, and the boys run like fuck before the cops can arrive. Now back at home, Frodo is dirty on Kevin, and he hates his guts now. And then Kevin's sister, she enters the bedroom without asking.
You're not allowed to come into my room. Not now, not ever. Never.
Sisters should always ask, but Frodo has had enough.
You're wrong about that. This is my room too, and I say she can stay.
So they go on having a lame-ass fucking fight, which is fucking lame as shit, until Mummy comes in to stop it. But Kevin, he pretends that they were just playing all the time. That Home Alone Kevin kid. Next day we move on to the kids playing on the frozen lake. Just a fun family ice skating day. That's a bit mean, Kevin. Oh shit, thin ice. You're fucked, and Home Alone kid tries to save her. Not, he doesn't give a fuck. But luckily there was some nice cunts to come save the day. Now Frodo tells Auntie what he thinks Kevin did. Basically dobbed on the cunt. But she ain't having any of it, and she slaps the taste out of his little tattletale mouth.
What again? Stop it! Stop it, that's a lie!
Snitches get stitches, bitch. So Kevin decides to go visit Frodo's psychiatrist to go make up some bullshit stories. And this makes Frodo upset and he runs off like a little girl. They meet up at the treehouse and Frodo tells Kevin what he fucking really thinks of him. But Kevin gives zero fucks.
Don't fuck with me.
What a real piece of fucking work. Now later that night while Frodo's grabbing himself a midnight snack, yummy!
I think I put something in my family's food. You think
We wouldn't put it past you, you bloody animal murderer.
Do you really think I'd do a thing like that?
And his mind fucking him now, and he's loving it. So Kevin runs upstairs and tells Mum and Dad that fucking Frodo's going crazy, and his plan is working. Got straight into his head.
No, it's trying to poison you! Oh, Mark!
It's quite a masterful thing to do if you can achieve this, and if it's done right. Now the next day, Auntie, she decides maybe Frodo is lying to her about all these things that she's saying about Kevin. So she decides to go snooping in Kevin's shed, and she finds her dead baby's fucking toy duck she's been looking for years. She confronts Kevin.
I took it because I wanted somebody to remember Richard by. That's all.
He's a good little liar, this shithead. When Mummy won't give that toy ducky back to Kevin, he shows his true fucking colours.
Give it to me!
And he grabs that duck and he runs like fuck. And then he throws it. Down the fucking well with the dead dog. What was the point of that, you shithead? So later at home, Kevin tells Frodo basically he's going to kill his mother. And Frodo loses his shit and grabs the scissors. But it's all a part of his master plan.
Come on.
Henry, have you seen your...
Dad, help me!
Well played, Kevin. Well played. So Uncle grabs Frodo and he locks him in the study room for trying to kill his son. And while he's locked in the room, Mum and Kevin, they go for a little walk so they can talk about the little duck situation. But Frodo knows what Kevin's up to and he smashes out that fucking window because he wants to go save his auntie. But before he can catch up to them, they are having that serious chat.
Did you kill Richard?
What if I did?
Yikes. So Home Alone Kevin runs like fuck after his confession. And then his mum never expected this. Getting rid of his family one by one. And just when he was about to finish the job... Bloody Frodo. And these two are at it. having a good old fight rolling around. As for Mum, she's been climbing back up to the top, and just in time too. And she catches both these little fuckers, and she can only save one of these little pricks. As she loses grip, she needs to make a decision.
Mom, I love you.
Good work, Kevin, putting that whole I love you, suck hole approach. It's work. Good work.
Mom, help.
Points to Frodo with the old puppy dog eyes. I don't want to die. Not bad as well. They've both got a case. It's gonna be a big decision from here, Mum. And he's fucked. And she's pulled Frodo to safety now that she's killed her own kid. And before they leave, they take a look at the Home Alone franchise being swept away. The end. Alright, let's get straight to the point here on this one. No matter what your kid has done, you wouldn't make the decision to kill your kid. There's no way. I don't see any parent out there. If you're a parent, I'm not a parent, but there is no way you would save the other kid over your own kid. I just don't see anyone doing that, even if they're a fucking serial little killer. I just don't see that happening. I don't see it. This story is good. Manipulation, evilness, and the lies. I really, really liked this movie. There was a good story. What an ending. What an ending. Ooh. Oh, Kevin. But you wouldn't drop Kevin. I would have dropped Frodo. I would have dropped Frodo if I was her. That's my opinion. But Lord of the Rings needs to live on. It wasn't the ring that she was dropping the ring in there. It's actually not a bad film, and it gets a well-deserved 6 out of 10 blood popcorns, in my opinion. Could have been a bit better, but it's a good story. The kids did very, very well, and it was cool to see Macaulay Culkin come from the Home Alone movies to doing something like this as well. So pretty cool, and helped Elijah Wood's career as well. So very good, 6 out of 10 popcorns for me. Like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. I'll be back next week with, what am I watching tonight? It's going to be a Christmas movie. I was actually going to do Home Alone. I said I was going to do a Christmas movie this week, but I ended up, when I was looking at Macaulay Culkin stuff, I saw The Good Son, so I thought I'm watching The Good Son. I think I'm going to do Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm going to watch that one. And like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. See you next week. Ho, ho, ho.